Once upon a time, in a small village in the heart of the forest, a young boy named Pierre. Pierre lived with his grandmother in a small house by the river. Pierre's grandmother was a wise and loving woman, who always told him magical stories. One day, while Peter was walking near the river, he heard a strange noise. He approached slowly and discovered a talking frog sitting on a lily pad. The frog said to him, "Pierre, if you free me from this spell, I can grant you 3 wishes." Intrigued by this proposal, Pierre grabbed the frog and released it into the water. Suddenly, the frog transformed into a magnificent fairy with sparkling wings. She says to Pierre, "Thank you for freeing me. In exchange, I will grant your 3 wishes. Choose wisely." Peter thought for a moment and said, "For my first wish, I wish my grandmother to regain her youth and health." The fairy smiled and waved her wand. Instantly, Pierre's grandmother rejuvenated and regained all her vitality. For his second wish, Peter asked, "I wish our village to be prosperous and happy, with bountiful harvests and kind people." The fairy waved her wand and the whole village was filled with joy and harmony. The fields were covered with colorful flowers and the inhabitants lived in perfect harmony. Finally, for his last wish, Pierre says, "I wish to be able to travel and discover the world." The fairy smiled again and transformed an old caravan into a beautiful flying vessel. Pierre boarded his new machine and began an incredible adventure through distant lands. Pierre traveled for years, discovering breathtaking landscapes, meeting fascinating peoples and cultures. He learned so much and grew in wisdom. Finally, he returned to his village, where he was welcomed as a hero. The village prospered thanks to the wisdom and knowledge that Peter had brought back from his travels. He lived happily with his grandmother and everyone in the village, knowing that he had used his wishes for the good of all. And so the story of Pierre, the generous-hearted boy, became a legend in the village and was passed down from generation to generation.